Alright, this month everyday carry is all inside the Nayosmart Herman HL1 Slingbag, which is a 4.2 liter sling bag. And I honestly have to say, and I don't know why this happens so often lately, that I have a bag that I personally usually wouldn't choose, and this is the same thing. I don't know, it's not really my vibe, but I can see a lot of people kind of gravitating to this bag. As I said, this is a 4.2 liter sling bag, and before we go into the bag, let's cover my everyday carry for this month. So with 4.2 liters, I can obviously carry a bunch of items. Let's open up this top flap and go over the two front zippered compartments. And it is actually a really cool coincidence that my current street photography camera, the Canon G9, actually check out the video that I made about this camera on my second channel, which is my daily vlogging channel. In the info tab above, it's called You Know the Bow -2 TWO, and there I kind of showcase this Canon G9. It's an 18-year-old camera that has a CCD sensor, and with a specific style of shooting and with the proper presets, you get a really cool nostalgic vibe from this camera. I love this, and I'm actually walking right now here in Eppendorf to kind of take some street shots, and it's a really cool coincidence that this camera fits perfectly in one of these front slots. In the other slot, that is basically a quick access compartment, you know I have a dog. I always carry fresh doggy bags. I know doggy bags used to be those bags, paper bags that you can get from restaurants, but I just don't have another description for this. These are fresh doggy bags that I use to pick up after my dog. So that's in that front pocket. In the main compartment, that is fairly spacious, but I want to get into that in just a second. I have my Anbernic RG35XX Plus gaming device. I currently started playing Final Fantasy VIII, which I've never played through, and honestly, it is a very complicated gaming system compared to Final Fantasy VII at least, or the other Final Fantasy titles. But I want to push through and kind of see if maybe the system grows on me, and I will also kind of make a couple of more videos about retro gaming on my second channel, but I also made a video about why every adult should carry a retro gaming device. Also check it out in the info tab above. Then I obviously carry my DJI Pocket 3, which is currently filming me at the moment, the NBR 5000 mAh power bank together with a cable, both from Nightcore. Really cool power bank, and because it is so flat, it is easily storable in one of these slots. Then in the slot behind, I could fit my Samsung Fold 5, which I did not fit in there. I will explain that in just a second, but still part of my everyday carry. Then my wallet of choice, the Ekster Wallet Pro. By the way, all of the items are linked below. Those are affiliate links. With those you won't pay more, but you will support this channel with a small kickback of that sale, and if you do so, thank you very much. Then I have lip balm, some tissues, hand lotion, all stored and organized in one of these side slots. Then a small little merino wool scarf, neck buff, because yes, it is still August, but this is August 30th and it is windy and slightly cold, at least for me. And that's basically everything that I have inside the Nayosmart Herman, what was the name? Herman something bag. And on my everyday carry, I'll also have the Steinhardt Ocean 500 Titanium, the Ultra Human Air fitness ring that I always carry if I'm not carrying my smartwatch, then my carbon fiber wedding band, and my Orbit key organizer. So that's my everyday carry for this month. Everything either on my body or on this bag from Nayosmart.
Speaking of everyday carry, you might have noticed that I'm missing an important part, so please let me introduce the Mukama gear of the month. This is the Lochby Pocket Journal in the new colorway cutely called Bumblebee. Every everyday carry needs a proper notebook, because it is just much more satisfying to write down notes, to-do lists or thoughts with a pen on proper paper instead of typing on the glass display of your phone. The Lochby Pocket Journal stores and protects your notebook inside its wax canvas, fully zippered construction with double stitching and bar tacking throughout. Store pens, tools or your knife in the exterior pockets. Inside you're greeted with a bright yellow honeycomb fabric that holds the included grid notebook. Furthermore, there are slots for credit cards to make this dual purpose as your wallet. The Lochby Pocket Journal Bumblebee is 100% vegan and the perfect addition to your EDC. So get yours at Mukama.com, a European store for all of your bag and EDC needs.
Alright, let's go into this bag, what's good about this and what's bad. First and foremost, as I said, the styling of this bag. It looks cool, it is very well made, but it's, for me, a little bit too big and more importantly, a little bit too bulky. It has a lot of like not hard, but rigid corners around that kind of keeps the bag basically in shape, and therefore is a little bit too bulky for my taste. And more importantly, it kind of looks like a man purse, which I honestly don't really like it. I mean, I really like the bags from Grams 28 that have also somewhat of a man purse style, but I feel like they look much cooler. And this, while it does look cool, I don't know, it doesn't give me the vibe. And I know I've now tested a couple of bags in a row where I was saying that I'm not vibing with them, and it's pure coincidence actually. But the build quality is good, and I'm not saying that this bag is ugly, I'm just not vibing with it. And more importantly, because it is so bulky, it is a bag that I would rather wear on my back instead of like most of the sling bags that I own in front of my body. I always wear this in the bag just because it is so big. Despite this being so big and albeit very spacious, I can load a lot of stuff inside. Because this bag overall is a little bit more rigid, it gets a little bit in your way to put items inside. For example, the Pocket 3, I kind of have to wiggle and squeeze the DJI Pocket inside, and then I can put my N-minute gaming device on top. But there is not enough space to kind of comfortably fit my Samsung Fold 5 in it. I can kind of force it inside and I can close everything, but it's, considering the size, it feels a little bit more restrictive of how you can fit the items inside. And again, it is kind of due to the fact that this holds its shape quite well and has a, let's say, rigid like frame, but that also means it doesn't have a lot of flex to kind of accommodate multiple bulkier items. And I am probably a very unique use case where I have a DJI Pocket 3, a small little digicam, a gaming device and a very bulky phone. I understand that that is a very unique use case, but I still want to mention it because considering the size, you would definitely assume that you can fit all of those kind of bigger, bulky items inside. But from my experience, it is a little bit more cumbersome to get those items inside and make it not as fun to use. All of the slots inside are great to organize these small items. So if you don't have these kind of bulky items, I still can see that this bag is a great bag for you to use if you're vibing with the look. I don't vibe with the look. It is comfortable to carry around, and the shoulder strap is not too big and not too bulky, so it doesn't like get in your way. But the bag does get in your way a little bit, which is the reason why I rather carry it on my back instead of the front. And furthermore, what I don't like about this bag, while all of the materials are great, on the side of this bag, when you flap down its closed, there is the potential for water kind of dropping into the sides and all of your items are getting wet. So this is definitely a trade-off of this design. I would not wear this bag in rain if I had some technical equipment inside this main compartment. So that is definitely something to keep in mind, and in my humble opinion, a huge negative. But I still think this is a good looking bag. As I said, I'm just not vibing with it. It's not my style of bag that I usually like to wear, and I feel like for me it's too bulky and a little bit too big, whilst not giving me a lot of room to comfortably kind of get to my items. Obviously, when I have the DJI Pocket 3, I'm walking around, I want to grab it quickly to film something. It is a little bit of a hassle to get to all of your stuff. Yeah, but other than that, if you like the look, and I like this V-buckle style fitlock. You probably noticed that I was fiddling around with it. I still think this is a good bag. This is a good looking bag. It's just not for me. It's not my look that I'm going for. I like all of my technical equipment to be as best protected as possible, and I just know that if I would get into rain in Hamburg, it is fairly common to just rain all of a sudden. Then water can get inside and would kind of risk damaging all of my items. But maybe this is for you. I can totally see this being a bag that you would wear with a suit, for example, or if you are female and you want an alternative to your handbag, then this is also great. Maybe also for a travel bag as a personal item on flight, this could be cool, but I feel like there are much better alternatives. For example, like from Grams 28, where the bags are still really high fashionable, are still somewhat of an office forward bag, but yeah, a little bit more fun to use for me, and that's more in my vibe of how I like a sling bag to look. But yeah, that was my small but short little review about this Nayosmart sling bag and my everyday carry for this month. And let me know, what do you think about the look of this bag? Yay or nay? Comment below. And maybe if you want to see the everyday carry video where I had the Grams 28 moon bag, check out the video up here. YouTube thinks that you like the video down here, and don't forget to subscribe by clicking the button up here. I see you in the next video. Thank you very much.